Good morning, everyone. I thought I would just come in here quickly and say a proper hello. The footage that you're about to see was filmed over the last sort of week leading up to Christmas, and I'm filming this on the 27th of December. So we've just had Christmas. It was a really nice, relaxing weekend. Just hung out with my partner's friends, and then spent yesterday, Boxing Day, lying on the couch in the aircon watching White Lotus. I was quite hungover for the first time in a long time. But yeah, I hope you had a great weekend for those who didn't celebrate Christmas, and for everyone else, I hope you had a really nice time with family and with friends celebrating. So I'm at home now. I have just closed up all the windows. I'm about to put the aircon on. We're about to have our first proper summer day here in Melbourne for the year. It's gonna be 37 degrees. So not only am I gonna be staying inside where it's cool, I've also just given the garden a solid water, and now I'm gonna prepare a few little trays of water for all our wildlife out there. So I'm gonna put out some water for the birds, and then also some stuff for bees and bugs. I'll show you what I do now. But yeah, hope you enjoy the vlog, and thank you so much for watching, and I may jump in at the end and say goodbye, but if I don't, see you next time. Here we go. So this one is for our bees and our lizards and our little bugs and things. So I just put a really shallow tray with water, and then I've added all these little sort of stepping stones where they can hang out and can drink safely. And then this one over here is a lot deeper, but I've still got this little safety rock here, and this is aimed at birds. We'll see if they use it. So a few years ago, when I was living in Brisbane, I was in the kitchen and I heard this warbling at the back door, and I opened it up, and on the top step there was a family of magpies, which are my favourite bird. They're a beautiful Australian bird. I'll insert a picture here. But yeah, there was this family of magpies just sitting there warbling at us, and I went inside and got a tray of water and put it down for them, and they all hopped on over and started drinking. So since then I've always tried to make an effort to put water out for the animals on really hot days like it's going to be today. I'd recommend you do the same. Just make sure it's nice and safe for them. Say hello. No, I'll film. Graceful descent.
Yeah, you just go right.
Good morning. So I have had a lovely morning so far. The sun is out, the weather is finally feeling summery, and I'm feeling really energized and motivated by that. I have studied this morning, I have eaten brekkie, I have had 2 coffees, and now I'm going to get started on some surf training. I really want to surf this summer, and so I need to get strong. So we're going to start with Chloe Ting's 2-week shred just to kick things off. Wish me luck. That was cooked, but I'm sure I feel good about it in about 15 minutes after the shower. It's good, really good. All right, I've got 5 minutes before I have to leave for work, so I'm gonna smash this and then I'll see you on the other side. Does anybody know what this is? What are you? It's quite a nice little spot, really. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the sunscreen because it is so good. It is SPF 50, which is very necessary here in Australia. It's vegan, it's a zinc-based sunscreen, which I prefer to the chemical ones. It is made in Australia. It smells incredible. There is no white cast. Look at that. No zinc white cast. And the packaging is made out of sugarcane, so it's fully biodegradable. Amazing stuff. Would recommend. All right, I'm back from the library. I've got a beer. We're gonna do a little bit of a beer and books session, a bit of a book chat. I'm just gonna talk you through the different books that I found. I might read you the blurb, give you a bit of a rundown of why I chose them. Maybe in a later video, I will update you on what I thought. Maybe we can do a bit of a book review. So number one was this one here, Hold Your Fire by Chloe Wilson. And it is a debut, love reading debuts from an Australian author. And as far as I can tell, it is a series of short stories. And they sound quite whimsical. It says, needle sharp, effortlessly surprising, and beautifully controlled, every tale will pin you to the page. Some examples of some of the tales. It says, two sisters are determined to detoxify themselves into perfection. A diver pushes herself and those around her to higher and higher leaps. Plants grow out of a strange, miraculous soil, and the spirit of a girl who has been thrown down a well. So yeah, it sounds really interesting, and I think that I should read more short stories. I don't read a lot of them, but I write a lot of short stories, and so I figure that reading them will make me better at writing them or something. All right, book number 2 is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. There was a lot of talk about this book when it came out. I feel like it was very, very well received from memory. I'm just going to read you the blurb. It's a bit of historical fiction, which I love. Okay. So, on a summer's day in 1596, a young girl in Stratford-upon-Avon takes to bed with a fever. Her twin brother Hamnet searches everywhere for help. Why is nobody at home? Their mother Agnes is over a mile away in the garden where she grows medicinal herbs. Their father is working in London. This is Shakespeare, if you didn't know that already. Neither parent knows that one of the children will not survive the week. Hamnet is a novel inspired by the son of a famous playwright. It is a story of a bond between twins and of a marriage pushed to the brink by grief. Sorry, there is a plane. It is the tender reimagining of a boy whose life has been all but forgotten, but whose name was given to one of the most celebrated plays ever written. Yeah, this just sounds so completely up my alley, and I'm really excited to read it. I may start with this to kick off the reading, to warm up. Next, I'm just going to swap arms because I am very weak. That Chloe Ting challenge really got to me. All right. Sorry, I'm just going to put you down over here. Alright, is that better? Like I was saying, this one is called The Mother Wound. It's by Amani Haidar, and it is a memoir about suffering and about overcoming suffering and about being a strong woman. I feel like this is pretty much the bulk of what I read is about strong women who have overcome suffering. But this sounds great. I'm just going to read you the first paragraph of the blurb. Amani Haidar suffered the unimaginable when she lost her mother in a brutal act of domestic violence perpetrated by her father. 5 months pregnant at the time, her own perception of how she wanted to mother and how she had been mothered was shaped by this devastating murder. And then it goes on to talk about reassessing her parents' relationship and the weight of familial and cultural context. Her parents are Lebanese, I believe, and were brought together in an arranged marriage. So it talks about that, and also explores intergenerational trauma because her grandmother was brutally killed in the 2006 war in Lebanon. So touching on a lot there. Really looking forward to this one. All right. Lastly, we have something a bit lighter, a bit frothier, but probably very well written. It looks like the reviews are great. And that is Love and Other Puzzles by Kimberly Allsop. And I picked up this one because the blurb begins like this. A Nora Ephron-esque, delightfully witty, deliciously wry and sweetly moving novel about how stepping out of our comfort zones can sometimes be the best and worst thing that can ever happen to us. Anything that mentions Nora Ephron is probably going to be my vibe. I also love the use of adverbs in this blurb, because when I was studying writing at university, the teachers were always getting up me for using so many adverbs. So yeah, I think I'm gonna really enjoy this. Looking forward to that one as well. Alright, so I might actually end the vlog there. I hope you've enjoyed spending the weekend with me. Thank you so much for watching. I would love your book recommendations. So if you want to leave a little note telling me what you've been reading, then please do. I'd love to hear it. And I will get stuck into these books now. I'm going to start with Hamnet and may update you later, either on here or on Instagram. Yeah, have a wonderful week, and I will see you on the other side. Bye.